Music. Let's get some music that is approved on here, um, so that I keep my speakers on until I don't know if anybody's going to come on here. I need Q, O P, Q. Where is it? O P Q R. I'm looking for a band in the Q range. The Quarter Bones. There. Okay. Where did the buffalo in Yellowstone come from? Let me get a link for see if it, I don't know because I'm on Restream. I don't have the YouTube to do the background stuff, but I'm on Restream. Oh, and you know what else I got? I don't know. Am I live? Am I live? I guess I am. Let me see. I am. Okay, I got to mute that as soon as it's. Yep. There. Now I can get the. Okay. Invite guest. Copy that, and we'll put it here. Paste. Hey, Granny. You know what? You know where Yellowstone got the buffalo, Granny? You know where they got the buffalo? From Charles Goodnight in 1902. He got two bulls, and they got two bulls and a cow from Goodnight. And started repopulating Yellowstone with buffalo. So, yeah, let me see. Yeah, let's see. I try to get this. Pin. There we go. So I guess I better watch for guests coming. I don't know where that's going to show up. I haven't used Restream for so long, at least a year. But yeah, Charles Goodnight. Do you hear her? Come here. Come here. Come here, little monkey. This is this is Jill. We got Jack and Jill now. Oh, Jill. Yeah. She's a good little girl. It's Jack's he's got a young wife. Hi, Jill. Want to get up close? Look. See? Hey, you got sharp razor teeth, don't you, Jill? Yeah. She's a good little dog. She at least she's going to the bathroom more outside now. Aren't you, Jill? She likes to climb through my desk. I get up in the morning, she's sleeping right on top of my desk. I can't leave the laptop open on the desk. She'll climb up and start pushing buttons. She's oh she's a blue merle Australian Shepherd. Jack's a red merle. So she wins the puppy contest for sure. She even got dark eyeliner. She thinks she's gonna eat me. Yeah. Oh, Jill. She met the neighbor today, the neighbor's dog. She likes the ear. Yeah, you know, you don't need a bath with a dog like this. Oh, Jill. Oh, Jill. She's a good little pup. and let her ears stand up. But yeah. Look at that tongue. I mean, I've never seen a puppy with such a long tongue. That's crazy, Jill. That's a crazy tongue you got. Yeah. Okay, you can sit here with me. uh yeah, yeah. Jack's got the same eyes. Um and now I think she's big enough the birds around here can't carry they're just some small hawks. They're what are they um sparrow hawks or something. Yeah. Um yeah, she ate it. I left a package of graham crackers on my desk. I got up this morning, there are crumbs everywhere. She ate them. At least she didn't get into the mint fudge cookies. I put my cup up there. Yeah. It says invite guests over there, but I already did. I put that on the YouTube. Yeah, Charles Goodnight, who had went and recaptured Cynthia Ann Parker when she was 11, was taken by the Comanches, and then when she was 31 and had a family, and Quanah Parker's her daughter or her son, I mean, and she had a daughter and stuff, and then Charles Goodnight and the Texas Rangers. Fucking wasn't my hair doing that, man? I don't wear curls. It's just natural shit. Um, so Charles Goodnight was a Texas Ranger, went and retrieved Cynthia Ann Parker from the Comanches and brought her and her daughter back. But her daughter didn't live, and she didn't live because she had adopted to the Comanches and stuff. But he also returned Loving from Santa Fe back to Texas, or part of the way from Santa Fe back to his home in Texas, Weatherford, Texas. But Quanah Parker, and then later on, that's the story Forrest tells about the buffalo. They had buffalo in this, or cattle and stuff, and they made an agreement with the Comanches that they could have 2 cattle a week or something, or I don't know if it was 2 a day or 2 a week. I think it was 2 a week. How can you produce 2 cattle a day? You know, you got to let them grow up. But and so that, to make up for all the, because their buffalo were all killed, and there were 70 buffalo in 1902. There were 70 buffalo left in the country, and mostly Chuck Goodnight had those. And there's the picture of Forrest standing next to the chuck wagon that is named after Charles Goodnight, who gave the first buffalo to Yellowstone. There are some bald. I've seen 1 or 2 bald eagles, and they were feeding on something that was already dead. I haven't seen them soaring around here much. And when she comes in when I come. That dog. If I come in, she comes in. I go out. She goes. She, because I had her from being, little. She's like quadrupled or 8 times bigger than she was when I got her. But now she's big. She hangs out with Jack or with me, and like Jack will take off to go see the neighbor, and she won't follow him. She'll come run back to me. But she'll bark at me and argue with me. Won't you, Jill? So I tell her get off the desk and stuff. Can't tell Jack that. So yeah, Charles Goodnight. That's not all that Charles Goodnight. Charles Goodnight and Parker, they were rancher. The TV series Lonesome Dove. Charles Goodnight's in there. They were cattle ranchers, and he had a ranch up here in Florence near between Cannon City and Pueblo, and he had a ranch down in near Amarillo, south of Amarillo, I think it was, and they moved the cattle between the two, you know. I suppose it was a lot easier to just herd them and rather than haul them. Something, you walk them there. It's too far to walk. Maybe big enough tote. What's on 5 watching? Yeah, the mother. It's like they don't have nothing. And so, and Charles Goodnight also. Guess who else he supplied buffalo to? He supplied him to Buffalo Bill Cody for his Wild West shows. Those were Charles Goodnight's buffaloes that he and the buffalo for the University of Colorado, because he had all the buffalo. And so if anybody wanted a buffalo, they got them from him. There's a page on Yellowstone about the origin of the buffalo, and then there's a thing about Charles Goodnight that he had given in 1902. He's the one that gave Yellowstone the buffalo, 2 of them, two males. I get maybe they had a couple cows. I don't know, because what would hunters shoot? The bulls, right? There are no bulls left. And all they have is maybe a couple cows, and so they need some bulls. They got a couple of bulls. 2 bulls take care of 10, 30 cows. But still here in Colorado. No flipping house. Even had Fenn's private eye supposedly was going to help on the house deal, and they said that they wasted 2 weeks on trying to have him do it. Whatever. I called the county up there. Oh, yeah, we have it signed from the Jones to the realty company, and so they run another title search, and it still comes up the same thing, that there's that problem. I guess when one company runs a title search, they put it in there, so when the next company runs it, they say, oh, well, there was a problem here. So you're not getting around, and it's supposedly whoever's on it is dead, and who's the heir, and it's like, screw this shit, man. I'll just build a bunker here. What are you barking about? You get down. You get down. Oh, you quit growling at me, you silly girl. She's wagging her tail. Playful pup. So Charles Goodnight did that, and in my solution, there's a part of the solution. There's the dove in the crescent moon. Well, that's also a moon valley, right? And Goodnight's Lonesome Dove cabins and RV resort is right next to the Lonesome Dove. or the Goodnight's Lonesome Dove is right next to the Moon Valley Cabins and RV Resort. So you got the moon and the dove right there, and it's Goodnight's Lonesome Dove, and just down the road a couple miles is the lumberjack with the axe, carved in wood, just like Moses. These are synchronicities, and you cannot have this many synchronicities without being correct. There's no there are people that no, they disagree with all 10,000 synchronicities. They can't agree with one of them because they don't like Bill Gorman. And it's like, you say double blazes squirrel. Like this one I made. Where is it? Get on there. Oh, stop the barking. Oh, I thought I had that on here. There it is. Yeah, there. That's pretty good. What, Jill? You want up there? Come on. Up here. Up. Yep. We got her back. Oh. Yeah. She's a puppy monster. See, she just wants to chew on me. No biting, no biting, no biting. I can get you. Yeah. Yeah, Jack and her, they play and play and play. Occasionally she'll cry out that he hurt her, but he does the open mouth thing on her, doesn't bite. They both do it to each other. He drags her around. She's hanging on to the fur on his neck, and he drags her around. But get two doggies now. Yeah, huh, Jill? She likes to clean the coffee. The coffee ring off the table. She likes that coffee ring. Keeps the table clean. But yeah, I'm running on solar power, and I'm still almost 53 volts this time of night. And I posted a picture of the sewage, the brown septic service truck on the community page, and I noticed that the phone number on it, the last 7 digits, the local part of the phone number, was the same as where I grew up, my home number when I was a teenager, except one number was different. That was it. Hey, quit shredding paper. She's a monster. What was that? Oh, why did the music stop? My speaker's turned off. Well, nobody's talking to me anyhow. I can turn them back on if somebody. I wish it would give me a clue that it's going to turn off. It was just my speakers, I think. I Well, I don't know. I'm looking at my oh. Why in the I hate that's I'm clicking on this screen and the other screen is like pausing and getting behind and it's, oh. And the puppy's wanting to clean the coffee cup. You're not Jill. Yeah. I think she was I think she was like a November puppy. Yeah, by summer she'll be size of Jack. Because Jack was December pup, and when I got him in July that year, he was pretty much grown. What? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. She's a good little dog, though. Let her down there play with Jack. Um, yeah, hey, Selena, Granny's out there, but that's because I've been talking about Charles Goodnight because it was part of my, the Lonesome Dove, Goodnight's Lonesome Dove, and the Moon Valley cabins. Each of them have four cabins, four cabins, double blazes, double resorts, double income, double your pleasure. And then the lumberjack is right down the road. There's a 24-foot tall lumberjack there. There's 24 lines in the poem. There's it's at the Hungry Logger in South Fork. South Fork is SF, just like Santa Fe. No place for the meek who's afraid of the big bad Wolf Creek Pass. And the BB gun came from the writer that wrote Red Rider, who lived in Pagosa Springs, which is the world's deepest hot spring, which is where Colonel Fifer, who fought for the Utes against the Navajo for, who was gonna, basically, if Pagosa Springs was Navajo or Ute, and he had to deal with, and there's a monument in Pagosa Springs that these two guys, him and the Navajo warrior, he requested that they fight in the nude. And when the guy saw all his scars on his body, the guy said, "No, I ain't fighting this guy. Nobody can kill him. Look at him. He's all scarred up, you know." And so, and then Colonel Fifer, he's buried out here on a hill. It's hard. I had to go searching for this guy's grave. There was no markers, nothing on the internet pinpointing it. They said it was between these two towns, between South Fork and Del Norte. And I knew where his land was, just a couple blocks, pretty close to there, but he was about a half mile west of there. And that's where I found his grave. And there's a little bridge you walk across, and you walk up on the hill, and there's his grave. And don't bother to go further than that, thinking, oh, I'm going to explore up here on the hill, because you get up to the crest of the hill by his grave, and there's a house over there. So, yeah, don't go. The people let you go up there to visit his grave, but I think his grandson is buried there too, or something. But he was at a bridge, and he was down at the hot springs along the Rio Grande River by Taos with his family, with his Navajo wife and his daughters, and So some Apaches came along and they killed his family, and he took an arrow all the way through below his heart, all the way through, and he pulled that thing out, and he survived, and he hunted Apaches the rest of his life because they killed his family. Yeah, that had to go between his ribs, and Forrest talked about arrows and ribs. And Fifer, Pfeiffer. There's two F's in the middle of his name. Me in the middle. FF right in the middle of the guy's name. And that's where his bones were up. And I have a video of Colonel Pfeiffer's grave. A nice big sign at the road, but when you're coming in, you don't see that sign because it's facing the road and you're going parallel to it. And you have to be watching for it. It's just like a sign, a couple poles, and a sign over the path to the grave marker or gravestone. That's where old Colonel Fifer is. He was a tough old guy. But Forrest talks about bullets and arrowheads, bombs, cars, jets. They're all projectiles that can kill you. The Great Gatsby ended when some biddy ran out on the road. They were having this great party, and they were on the way home from the party, and some crazy woman ran out in the road, and the car coming down the road splat. Well, Gatsby wasn't driving the car. He was letting a woman drive his car, but it was his car, and they didn't stop. And so that's what happens when you let somebody use your car and they run somebody over with it. They're coming after your ass. No, so that ended the Gatsby. That was the end of that chase. That his chase was his life from when he was born till he died. When his chase did not end until he ended. Simple as that. And he had chosen how he would do it. Got advice from Hemingway. That's what important literature. Great Gatsby, Fitzgerald, and Great Gatsby. Robert Redford, because it's a rusty Redford, and Hemingway. Yeah, two stories of Hemingway in there. The A Farewell to Arms and For Whom the Bell Tolls are in the book. And what did Hemingway? Hemingway shot himself in the forehead with his shotgun. Forrest said, well, I don't want to be so messy. And he chose the smallest weapon he could. The smallest weapon you can is a 22. The Monster of Florence, the only evidence of the Monster of Florence was 22 caliber bullets. So there's only 5 people. Somebody gives a shit at least. The majority of the people, the great percentage of the people are stupid as shit. The smartest people in the world maybe 2%. 7% of Americans are veterans. And I guarantee you, half of the people out there are below average intelligence. Half of the people have to be below the middle. Because they take the whole, okay, this half average is right in the middle. So half of the people aren't even a 50% intelligence. Only 2% are 98% intelligent. And even the smartest people will make dumb mistakes. Sometimes. That's why people get divorced and make dumb mistakes. My little brother, he got married in 1980. His wife left him last year, and she just went back to him. So see how that goes. When you people are crazy. That's one of them. What's going on? I agree with that. And when you see K Pro and them trying to say that 7% of the people are crazy, no. That's more like 60%. I mean, even average intelligence isn't that bright. That's where half of the people sit. That's not the middle of the scales necessarily. That's if you average everybody. Average intelligence is the average of everybody. But when you have so many people are there, that's the low end. It's like tipping the boat over. Like that congressman that thought if they had too many people on the island, it would flip over. It's like no, not gonna happen. The island could flip over, but it's not going to be about the number of people on it. There are places that a whole coastline will drop 10 feet. They can have an earthquake and the whole coastline drop. It happened in Alaska in '64. I was alive back then. I had seen Kennedy when I was in '63. when I was in kindergarten, and we were on Highway 101 by Moffett Field, and all the traffic stopped, and his motorcade, and he's in convertible, they went the other way on the freeway. We just saw him go by. Oh, that's Kennedy and his car, and boop, they were heading up to San Francisco from San Jose, I guess. And JFK and the magic bullet, and Connolly was Forrest Fenn's partner. There's the bullet, the magic bullet. The magic bullet is in the farewell to Forrest Fenn. And come on, K Pro, I can prove you are a total freaking idiot. You are a total freaking idiot, K Pro, if you don't examine the things that are quoted in a farewell to Forrest Fenn. Especially because he talks about the quotes twice, and there are 4 things quoted in there, K Pro. And if you're going to be a scholar, you're going to examine it, or if you don't examine it, K Pro, you are proven to be a total ignorant moron. Okay? And all the slanderous lies you guys fed to Amy, that was all the things on there. I know who wrote them. K Pro wrote it. Mike probably wrote one. Candy probably wrote one, definitely. She just, oh, you're an old man. Get away from me, old man. She's just a little twit. No respect for anybody. And I used to try to be, nice to her, polite, and try and have a conversation, but no, Bill Gorman, you're disgusting. Get away from me. Nothing. Okay. She's like, yeah, like Street said, like flies on candy. That's what. Oh man, the Hershey bar with the flies on it. Yeah, flies on candy. It's like flies on shit. That's what Street is. He's like flies on shit. And she hated him for so, and then she's back in his lap with her face buried in his lap again. It's just crazy. Enjoy it, you two. I don't see. I don't see. Is this thing going to tell me if somebody tries to join or what? Press 1, invite guest. I've already got the link there, but nobody coming in. I'd have to look at the last few things I've posted kind of to see what recall my memory of what I posted on the community thing, you know. And then there's the thing that Billy the Kid. There are people that swear that Pat Garrett killed a guy named another Billy Massey. Killed Billy Massey and not Billy the Kid. It was a friend of Billy the Kid's that looked like him, and nobody ever confirmed it or anything. And Billy the Kid just, said, the story's I'm dead, so it's better to stay dead. Yeah, and the guy, Charles Goodnight, invented that chuck wagon that Forrest Fenn's standing next to. That's a chuck wagon. And what is a chuck wagon? It became the food truck. It's a vehicle. It's a car. It's a cart. A cart is a car. A car was called a car because it came from a cart. Well, you pulled behind the horse. It was a horseless carriage. So the cart became the car. You just put a different motor on it, So there he is with the car standing by the wheel. And of course, the chuck wagon didn't have a steering wheel. It had reins. But yeah, chuck wagon's pretty cool little vehicle they had for that back then. It was like the first motor, it was probably I don't know. It came from the covered wagon was before that, but the chuck wagon was just when the cattlemen were herding the cattle, the chuck wagon was hauling the food along. So they just slept out on their sleeping bags and stuff. But the chuck wagon was the food and stuff, and usually had tent and stuff like that. But the other guy, he was hunted down by the Comanches and stuff, and he had the bullet. His hat is how they found him. That's why he wasn't shot, because he had a Western, because he was found by and they knew by his hat that he wasn't an Indian, But if you watch F Troop, the Indians wore cowboy hats too. What other ones did I put up there? Yeah, the buffalo in Yellowstone came from Charles Goodnight. The buffalo for Bill Cody came from Charles Goodnight. Cody came from The bull, so he gave the bulls, donated them to Yellowstone. He invented the chuck wagon. He rescued Cynthia Ann Parker, who was Quanah Parker's mother. And then he made a deal with Quanah Parker to give the command, a peace deal. We're going to give you these so many cattle a week to feed your people, because that's all. Hey, we just want to eat, man. We don't care. We'll have a campfire, and we just want food to eat. We don't want to starve. That's it. They want to be fed, so they fed them, and that made them happy. You take away people's food, and they'll kill to eat. It's for survival. The butterfly effect. What one person does affects what the other person, you got an aggressor and you got a victim, well, how does the victim repel the aggressor? The victim becomes it turns to the offensive and goes after the guy that's going after him. You got, if you're being attacked, you're going to attack back. I asked a protester. There was a protester, protesting the war. One of the first Gulf War or something. It was in Boulder back in 92 or something, 91, 89, back in the 80s. And there's protesters out there protesting the war. And I was wondering, I asked somebody, I wonder how, because he's talking peace. How many times the guy would take a punch in the face before he'd fight back? You fight back. It's only natural in this competition of the chase that you fight back. Yeah, they're both playing over here. You can hear them wrestling. They're funny dogs. You funny dogs. They're both doing the mouth wide open. My cup of coffee's almost gone. Okay, so what else did I do? Yeah, and I posted one about Socrates in defense of Forrest Fenn solution. My accusers have no verification themselves. Therefore, their accusations against me are mere lies. They have no evidence. They called me wrong, but there's absolutely no evidence that they're correct. They make assumptions about things, and they're trying to present you with untrue facts. Forrest never ever told me that I didn't do it. He's told people that I was the closest. Was it Bill Gorman? Well, I didn't expect Trump to win either. Bill's the closest. He just doesn't know it. And those are statements 2 years before the end. So, and he knew when you get 90 years old, you ain't got much time. Your time is limited. You ain't got much time to go. That's about as old as you got to be really lucky to get past 90. And he was getting weak. You'd never see him using a cane or things, yet he loses balance occasionally and stuff. He didn't want to show any sign of weakness, because if he was so weak he needed a cane, he was done. He was going to exit stage left. Exit Terry Scant. Stage left. X marks the spot video. I had the The picture. I don't know if you seen my community page, and I had a calendar from what was it, 1997, from these DJs and these bikini girls and stuff, and they got the girl laying on her back with a golf ball teed up on her boob, and he's got the golf clubs getting ready, and then the girl standing in the back, she's standing there with a golf club, and I guess her name was Cynthia, and she signed it, hole in one Cynthia. I said, oh my God. And then I thought, I wonder if it's the same Cynthia, because this is a 1997 picture. That's 25 years ago, or 30 years ago almost, you know? So, a girl could go from that shape to Cynthia's shape in 30 years. And the picture's on a golf course, and Cynthia lives on a golf course. Yeah, she lives at the Arnold Palmer Golf Course in Las Vegas. And there she is. Signed my calendar back in 97. 96 or 97, I don't know. These two DJs I know from they'd have parties in their recording studio, and you could come down to the studio and join the party with them, but there'd be girls in there getting naked. It was unbelievable radio station. Yeah. And then there's a song Indian Giver by Dick Wolford. And I found a Peter Frampton concert that was on YouTube that in July of 1977 that I was at with Leonard Skinner and you see, it's Leonard Skinner and Rick Derringer and Ronnie Montrose, Sammy Hagar, Peter Frampton. I think Boston was there too. It was a badass concert. You know, Forrest said, "Don't you know that car was a part of the family?" And he was talking about a Chevy, not a Ford. When people, oh, it's not this, it's not Plymouth. No, he called the Chevy a part of the family too. The Plymouth that Peggy, he left it with Peggy when he went in the army. He come back and it's nowhere to be found. What happened to my car, girlfriend? Yeah. And then there's a quote, remembering the special things that brought me to that place. The special things that brought me to that place. Did he walk there? Did he ride a horse there? No, he drove a car there. The special things that brought me to that place was the cars. Ralph Lauren and his cars. You know you can't take it with you. Yeah, the car, and I put a link for the Great Gatsby. Myrtle's death scene. Okay, and why was the stick in the chest? What did he do when he had a coffee pot with a bullet hole through it? He plugged the hole with a stick. You watch my video when I found the car. What did I have? The camera on over my shoulder on a stick. And I was walking with another stick, just like Moses. It's all, I mean, it's like coming out of light speed, you know? It's an awakening, and you cannot have these synchronicities. The stick in the chest, because there was a hole in it. there's a hole in the Jack Stoof story. And then there's the hot rod films of the 50s. And okay, the hot rod films of the 50s, there was a TV series on the hot rods. And all the cities, because everybody was out modifying their Model A's into roadsters. Out in California, the cities built the drag strips to give the teenagers a place to go where they could race legally and not cause accidents racing through the middle of town and stuff. So they had legal tracks with ambulance and all the safety procedures. And so, this was, and that's how the drag strips got started. I was even on my high school drag racing team in high school. And because we had Fremont Raceway, and American Graffiti 2 was filmed in my hometown at Fremont Raceway. That is a fact. I was there in the stands. They wanted people to come out to the stands because they were making this movie. And the movie was going to be called Purple Haze. And it turned out that they were really making a movie called American Graffiti 2. So I was in the stands there at American Graffiti 2. The Bomb, 1929 Ford Model A Roadster, the Bomb. And it's got a 66 on it. I'll be 66 on Easter. I have to do that the other way, huh? I have to do it this way. Okay. And then there's the Frank Zappa song, Don't Fuck with Billy, the mountain story. Okay, this Frank Zappa song, Don't Fuck with Billy. Guess where it happens? It happens in Gorman, California. We always like when we travel from San Francisco Bay Area down to Los Angeles on I-5, we went through Gorman every time, and it was always we always stopped in Gorman, and it got our name up there on the water tower, on the water tank above the town and stuff, But he even mentions Gorman in the song Don't Fuck with Billy. Billy the Mountain. Billy the Mountain. My daughters didn't know who Cary Grant was. Cary Grant claimed to have taken over 100 hits of LSD. His wife was treated with LSD for a mental condition, and she talked him into trying it. But he enjoyed to go up, I guess, on Mulholland Drive and sit up there somewhere and watch the city from up there, tripping balls. The Silver Bullet werewolf attack. Oh, and you got to see the racist Mario cartoon. That's funny. But Mario's more of I guess he's kind of a because he thinks that them English people and them Australians are so much smarter than us because of the way they talk. Even Paul Joseph Watson, he'll say, hey, you can get this thing, he'll read your text and make you sound like an authoritarian British accent. The authoritarian British accent. Yeah. As if just having that accent means that they are credible. No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean they're incredible. It means you're gullible for falling for their accent and not seeing the true stupidity deep inside them. I need the heater on. Okay. Oh, what else I got? The puppy. Spirits of Treasure Falls. This is let's see. Benefits of being alone. Okay, Forrest Fenn. The picture of him sitting on the Plymouth. What is he sitting on? He's sitting on the fender. 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 He's a Fenn on a fender. He's Fenn on a fender. If you've been wise. Old and wise, Alan Parsons. Yeah, I remember when I started, I said I'm going to play this music because I don't have a copyright problem with it. And then once I started up Restream, it didn't want to play. Hocus Pocus. Horse with no name. Only the searcher with the magic bullet goes straight to the treasure chest. And then I have the gun sight, and you're looking down the gun sight. When you fire that bullet down the cannon down, the bullet goes in the chamber alone, and you fire it down the cannon, and it goes straight to the target. You're not getting my mint, and you're not stepping on the computer. She's climbing up over the back of the desk. Watch this. You're a monkey. My nickname for her, I call her the Slunky Monkey because of the way she slides off the bed. She is front feet off and back feet just drag off the edge of the bed onto the floor. So I call her a Slunky Monkey. Ow, you got sharp teeth, girl. You got sharp teeth, you monster. You puppy monster. She's trying to get me. I think the person who wrote Trilogy of Terror had a puppy. See, she's just trying to bite me. Bite your own paws. Bite your own paws. No, bite your paws. Bite your paws. Bite yourself. Yeah. There, go after Jack. Put her back on the floor. Yeah, until she wears out, she's okay once she's worn out. But when she just wakes up and she has all her energy, you got to let her run. If you have the bullet, you can go straight to the treasure. Yeah, the Blue Man Group. Gorman means blue man. The girl who sang Melanie had the song, the nickel song. Remember, Forrest said, "Put a nickel under her grave." Well, the girl who sang sang the nickel song just died, January 23rd, 2024. Melanie Ann Safka. Kursk. She's got a weird name, but the video is Melanie the Nickel Song, 71. But yeah, she just died. Somebody claimed they found Amelia Earhart's plane at 9,000 feet of water off Howland Island, but I think the video shows that it proves that it wasn't her plane. It was a different plane. And there was a movie in 1954 called The Big Chase, and it had Ford Roadsters in it. Ford Model A Roadsters. Benedict Cumberbatch learned to say F you to the world. Rush, Big Money. There's a good song. It doesn't matter who they think you are, okay? Is he talking about the Who and the song, Who Are You? Who? Oh, and then the Rush song about driving a red roadster, joining the chase. It says there's lyrics in there. Red roadster and joining the chase. Red Ford Roadster. It's the front of the car. It's the cart that became the car. The bullet, the car, the bullet, and the to become if you want to become a star, you got to go there. You know. It's like maybe people don't die till they're ready to. You know, I was thinking about, you know, it had the out of body thing and stuff. And when you can pull reality together to make it a physical world, then things become solid. If you leave the physical world and switch back to just the spiritual world without joining in with the physical world, then you can pass through anything. Because you're not, but when you're living, you're connected to that physical world. And you're not free until you break free of it, because you're always going to be fighting the forces of the universe to get anything done. Now, you know, you get a flat tire, you pull off the road, and your jack won't get the frickin' wheel up high enough to get the tire off the rim or off the, you know, or once you got that tire off, it won't get up high enough to put the full tire on. You always got something opposing whatever you're doing. And it's partly because that's what you expect, because that's how it's been all along. It's always been opposition to everything you do, hasn't it? And you can never, what a lot of people haven't learned, and they keep trying as hard as they can, you cannot control other people. That is not your job. You know, like I was talking about the authoritarian, the British authoritarian British accent, you know. In my religion, there are no authorities. Nobody's authority. No, you don't have authority over me. I don't have authority over you. But if you want to try to push authority over me, then I'm going to push back, you know? It's a do unto others as you want others to do. Treat people like you want them to treat you. And Street's treated like a piece of shit, so he gets treated like a piece of street shit. Like they got all over San Francisco. They got shit all over the streets in San Francisco. Yeah, there used to be a show, The Streets of San Francisco. Now you can't even put it on YouTube because it's full of shit. And romancing the stone, chaos. They bring up chaos. That's another Michael Douglas, The Game. He's in Romancing the Stone too. And Forrest Fenn was at Michael Douglas's house. with Kirk Douglas, who almost became a rabbi and played Spartacus. I am Spartacus, you know. Yeah, Alexander on here and Athena, double alphas, the special coin, and I got it at Pandora's Jewelry, Pandora's Box in Athens. That's where I got my Alexander and Athena coin. Pandora's Box. So, what better place to go to get that stuff than where they came from? The origin. I got puppy fur. I got it. I had puppy fur on my lip. I don't know how dogs can lick their fur. You get grab a mouthful of fur. Yeah, that's nasty. You're silly, Jack. So, whoop. She tried to jump up on my lap, sitting in the chair, and her chest hit my leg, and she flipped over backward. She thought she could make it. She's not big enough. You're not big enough yet, Jill. That was all her. I tried to catch her. But she's got the ears that stand up. She got the pretty blue eyes with the black eyeliner. And yeah, you're a foxy little girl, aren't you, Jill? Huh. Jack and her, they go to Walmart. She's my fishing lure. Hopefully I can use her to find somebody interesting. Yeah, bait my hook with a cute puppy. But yeah. What are you doing, Jill? She's chewing on a brush, dog brush. But I've been making my art, doing different things with it, because AI, I can go through my pictures and then I can put one. Because I use the pictures, I take my pictures and then I make them color, but not changing anything on it, and then I put it in one that adds AI in that adds things to it, and they come out amazing. So I can tell the AI put dragons in this one. It'll put dragons in it, so I can make a video about with all dragons or all Atlantis or all Egyptian like or whatever, I put in there. And here I got the Charlton Heston NRA silver bullet from my cold dead hands. Listen all and hear me good from my cold dead hands. The Silver Bullet Brigade of Charlton Heston and the NRA. It's a heavy bullet. I don't know if it's silver or what. I think it has a copper primer on it. But it says it's a Charlton Heston. I think it's a 45 long Colt. I need one of them 45. They have 45 ACP silver bullets that are pure silver, and there's no green. It's just a plug. But you can put these. They'll actually fit in the gun. I doesn't look like it'd be moving. Or no, what's going on with that? I got to figure out what to do otherwise, because I have to if I'm not getting the house, I spent so much trying that I can't do it again. And so my only thing is to, just dig in here and then build. I'm going to build a like a 15 by 30 shed that docks up right up to the door of the RV. So I could have the door, I could drive the RV in and swing the door right up against an opening. And then I'd inflate a inflatable ring around the door in the passage between the building and the RV. And then I'd have a kitchen and stuff in the RV, and I'd have a nice big room with a real regular floor and room to put things, room to put my 3D printer and stuff like that. I don't know what's flashing back there by the troll. Something swinging. I gotta look at my chat. I haven't looked there for a little while. Oh, nobody's talking anyhow. Yeah. Then. Yeah. The paisano. Just a ham. No. There's no real information. It's just because he's all over the place. He doesn't have an answer, and he wouldn't accept one if he heard it. Yeah, the latest on the house was the realtor. Oh, I'm trying to find the heir to the person with the name on that other title to do a quick claim. And I'm like, okay, at this point, I think I'm gonna just tell them, you know what? Tell me when you got something. Otherwise, I'm going to continue on with life without the stress of wondering. And, because I made the offer on the house in the middle of November 15th, something like that. So it's been December, January, February, March. It's been 4 months. It takes 15 days, 2 to 3 weeks to do a title search. So 21 days at the most. They found a problem in December before Christmas. Told me, nope, there's a problem. We're gonna destroy your Christmas right now, and you don't get your house. You don't get your treasure. You don't get your house. You don't get anything. You get shadow banned on YouTube and on Facebook. And what's that say? Restream. I'm on Restream. Is this good? Yeah, it's lighting. Say nice old vape pen, but this one I can put the wax. I got another thing. You take the oil one off and you put a wax one on. And because the wax is half the price of the oil, except last time I went, they were out of wax. They only had 2 of the wax, right? They said, okay, I take 2 of the wax and 6 of the oil because you can get 8 total. And I said, okay, I take 2 of those 2 wax and I take these 6 oil, right? And said it'll be this much. And I thought, oh, well, that's a good price. And he hands it to me. And then when I'm in the car going, wait a minute, I don't see the 2 wax. He only gave me the 6 oils. Thought I wanted the 6 oils instead of, because he didn't have 8 waxes, that I didn't want the 2 that he had. Because if I got all of them, if I got those 2, I would have gotten, for buying the 8 grams is the max you can buy. And if you buy 8 grams, you get 20% off, which means those 2 would have been free. It wouldn't have cost any more to have those 2 on there. You can't go. You go there on the weekend, you get these clowns, but you go on the weekdays when the senior staff is working. The girls that are there, yeah, they're friendly. They treat me good, you know. They listen. They know what that I'm gonna max out. I do, because I have to drive a long way to get there, so I only go there maybe once a month or once every other month sometimes. And yeah, you just can't go there on the weekend. The last time I went there, it was went to see the my son was in town, and so I went to see the grandkids and stuff, and had dinner with them. Showed them Jill, the puppy. They all loved the puppy. Is anybody here that hasn't seen the puppy want to see her again? I see 11 in here. That's but I got Jill right here tearing up yesterday's pizza box. They ate the cardboard with the cheese on it. Jill, hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up we go. Yeah. What you doing, huh? Is that your buddy Jack? She's trying to eat me. They keep them from biting you. Just have your hand around there under their jaw, and they can't bite you. You're a terror, Jill. She's a terrorist. She's trying to bite me. You want to go play with Jack? Hmm? Oh. Oh. See, when people don't believe me that she's gonna no, I'm gonna put a muzzle on you if you don't stop your biting. Monster. She's a monster, huh, Jack? You want up here too? Come on up here, Jack. Jill jumps up. They compete for attention. She's a workout, huh, Jack? Oh, so much fun. Yeah, the food goes twice as fast. And had a brand new bag of treats, and we were about 4 or 5 days into them, and I had them up on top of the speaker here, and somehow she got from the ceiling almost 6 feet off the ground and got that bag of food to drop to the floor. And they treats, and they destroyed the bag of treats. This morning, I woke up, found out she ate a bag, one of the packages of graham crackers. There were graham crackers all over the desk. Oh, yeah, you eat anything, huh, Jill? You eating cardboard right now, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, that's Jack's girlfriend, Jill. Jack and Jill and Bill. That's why I said Bill, Jack, and Jill. And the other night I was I was carrying a bucket and heading out there, and puppy got under my foot, and rather than step on the puppy, I fall, and man, I almost had a disaster. At least there was a lid on the bucket. But it jammed my knee. So it jammed my knee and twisted my hip that's been hurting. And it ain't been right since, that was 4 or 5 days ago, and it's still a pain. It hurts more when I lay down. But my knee hit right above the kneecap, like the bottom of that big old femur. But not a lot happening. Got information about Charlie Goodnight, whose Goodnight Lonesome Dove was one of the cabin RV resorts in my search area between Pagosa Springs and South Fork Del Norte. Since it started over with the biddies and the car and stuff, and it ended with the lumberjack and stuff, I think that that's it between like Pagosa Springs and South Fork. Is you go the Hungry Logger in South Fork, and the lumberjack is life size, carved in wood, and outside there's a 24-foot carved in wood lumberjack with a 20-foot saw for cutting trees. So I hear my backup drive spinning over there, and then now you hear my 3,000 watt inverter that keeps everything powered on in here all night long. It's the time of year between the middle of March, I get, and middle of October, middle of March to middle of October. There's enough sunshine that I don't have to run the generator. So I take the gas for the generator and put it in the car because I'm not running the generator. I don't need it. And that's even I run the microwave a couple times at night and everything. And if I'm not getting the house, I'm going to rearrange my solar panels so that they're even more efficient and will completely follow the sun even better in the winter. I can have them all pointed at the sun all day long instead of half the day. But I'm about done. Yeah. Did you see? Come here, Jill. Come here, Jill. Come here, Jill. Up. There she is. Ah! Oh. See, she's. Yeah. Good little dog, little Australian Shepherd, blue merle. Jack's a red merle. She's a blue merle. Huh, Jack? But even the neighbor, she says, I don't see Jack that often. It's like, oh, well, this is because she keeps him at home. So he stays close because there's 2 dogs. You got to have at least, you don't want one dog. One dog, it gets lonely for the dog. They need another dog. They need another friend to play with. And then they don't need so much attention from you like this one. Jill, what are you doing, huh? Yeah. She says, I'm going to eat your ear off like Mike Tyson. Yeah. I need a haircut. Yep, not moving to. I don't think that house is ever going to close. I just threw away a couple $1,000, you know. That was a fucking waste of hope. Hoping that they'd get it fixed, but nope, not getting fixed. Not that I can see. So, but I'm pretty much done. The chat is very slow. Let me see. Yeah, German Shepherd, fun. Yeah. No, I like the odds. That's about as big as when you get older. Yeah, like my age, she's almost. That's why Forrest Fenn had a little dog, because the little dogs can't drag you around like a medium size or a big dog does. Yeah. But she could even be a relative of Jack's, you know, because they both came from the valley here. So, but her ears stand up. She's blue. He's red. But she's got some red in her face. She got the black eyeliner. But well, if I'm not moving there, then I'm gonna plan another vacation somewhere around the world at some point here. I was gonna bring Jack. Now I'd have two to bring. Don't eat the cardboard, you ding dong. You can't stop them. I can't stop you from eating that. Yeah. I just took it away from you. No, they don't need to eat too much cardboard. That's what they should do. Okay. Here's how you take care of the cardboard recycling problem. You make the cardboard out of dog food. you make those things out of something that the animals can eat. Yeah. They're starting to make things that like straws that dissolve and stuff, cups that dissolve quick. Them plastic ones you get at the fast food place right now, they in the sun they break down real fast. But I'm about done. I talked about what I can talk about. I'll just be jabberjawing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She got them razor teeth and razor claws. First thing you do when you get up, you got to put on pants. She jumped up and her claw sliced my knee. She's got like scissor hands. And don't chew on the string of my hat. My Black Canyon hat. The Black Canyon of the Gunnison. It's one of my, in some of my old videos, that hat. Just the picture of me sitting in the arch. I was sitting in an arch with the sun to my back. The sun was shining through the arch and projecting my shadow onto the next ridge. And the arch, shadow of the arch, and the shadow of me sitting in the arch was on the next ridge over. And it's just, it's the entrances and exits. You know, you had the real arch, the physical arch, and the virtual arch, which was the shadow, you know? It's kind of parallel. It's like Shakespeare's. Those are different universes. The physical and you know, and they can't find the dark matter because the dark matter is the spirit matter. The stuff that moves everything is the spirit. Yeah. We're yeah, it's all the spirit is able to make things in the material. Only the big spirit can make all the little spirits. We're all part of the big one. We're all umbilically connected to the same source. But that'll be enough. No, the dogs, they knock over the trash. They get paper plates. They get cups. They drag them outside, and I find them outside later. I go around picking them up, and I notice that those cups don't last out in the sun. What am I doing with straws? And yeah, no, they are making stuff. So if you don't drink your drink fast enough, or you leave it sitting in the car, the cup will dissolve and everything will spill out in your car. They're making this stuff so it dissolves quickly, so the trash ain't all over the place. It's gonna be a screwed up world. Things were probably better 100 years ago and they didn't know it. Things were doing pretty good 100 years ago. That's when they had the Model T back then. Oh, she's climbing up over the back of the desk again. She goes around over onto the couch and over the seat on the other side and end up on the desk. But I'll let you go. Take it easy.